Sandy Huang is in Singapore and sent this report.
That's right, Singapore is the most expensive city to live in for 5 years in a row. For example, the average price of a bottle of wine in Singapore is about $23, compared to about $11 in Paris. The list also compares other living costs such as home rents, transport, utility bills, private schools, and so on. Singapore sits firmly on top of that list. And one of the main contributors is actually car ownership. Singapore is the most expensive place in the world to buy and run a car. The densely populated city-state has avoided massive traffic jams by controlling vehicle ownership through a quota system. So if you want to buy a car here, you must pay for a certificate of entitlement, which costs about $31,000 in addition to the vehicle's actual price. So that means you could be paying nearly $80,000 for just a basic sedan. Singapore is also the third most expensive city to buy clothes. However, the city does offer some good value for money in certain categories. For things like personal care, household goods, and domestic help, Singapore is still significantly cheaper than its regional peers. And overall, Singapore's top ranking actually reflects a regional trend. We are seeing the cost of living picking up across several parts of Asia as their economies grow. 3 other Asian cities also made top 10, including Hong Kong in 4th place, Seoul at 6th, and Sydney at 10th.
And it's not just Singapore's living expenses that Sandy's been looking into, but also marriage proposals.
A romantic dinner with a twist. The characters here are part of a planned marriage proposal involving a fake jewelry heist. In Singapore, more and more couples are seeking professional help to ensure their engagement story is one to remember. James Tay paid about $2,500 for his beachside proposal. Part of it was this tribute to their 5-year relationship.
Well, I had the idea, but I don't really have time to approach. For example, I wanted a wooden pallet to be fixed up. I don't have time to contract contractors who would be knocking nails into my wooden pallet and stuff like that. So I feel there's no harm in asking for help. After all, in a lifetime, hopefully I won't be marrying again or proposing again. So if it makes things smoother, why not?
The company James hired is called Help You Marry. They say their sales have grown 10 to 15% every year since they launched in 2012. During the busy season, they carry out 2 to 3 proposals a week.
Of course, the ultimate surprise comes at a cost. A professionally planned proposal at a beachside location like this can cost you anywhere between $3,000 to as much as $20,000 or more, and that's before you buy the ring.
That is a lot of money for popping a question that is often a mere formality.
In Singapore, it's quite a for sure yes, because couples, before they get married, they need to get the houses first. Yeah, we call it the BTO proposal in Singapore.
BTO, or built-to-order flats, are government-subsidized housing that take up to 4 years to complete. Unmarried couples can apply under the fiancé scheme. Upon receiving their keys, they have 3 months to make their marriage official. In order to save time, many couples apply for a home together years before getting formally engaged. Couples who break up before their wedding day may end up forfeiting their application and losing their down payment.
This couple actually do some forward planning because the construction of the flats actually takes about 3 to 4 years. From the start where the couples apply for the flat until the day where they collect the keys, you don't get a lot of applicants actually returning the keys back to HDB and say, I don't want the flat anymore. It's a very, very low percentage.
Having a house on the way may help boost the confidence of some nervous boyfriends who want to propose. For James, it's been a happy outcome.
Will you marry me?
The wedding is scheduled for next year, something that both of them will be planning together. Sandy Huang, TRT World, Singapore.